Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I haven't streamed in a hot minute. Oh, it's not been that long. It's only been like a week or something. I don't know. What is time? Who knows anymore? But yeah, we're doing something a little bit different today. An art stream. I did a poll on my community tab. That was a few days ago now, asking whether or not you guys wanted to see me do an art stream. I had brought up, or I guess first broached the idea of doing some kind of art related something, maybe not a stream, but a video on a different stream, because I had planned on doing a video about some art drama, and it would make sense for me to have some drawing in the background while I'm talking about art drama, like art drama channels do. I don't know if I'm still gonna do that video, because about that video in particular, the whole situation has kind of changed, it's kind of shifted. I still want to do something on it, but it's about the whole Dolly Guts situation. There's quite a few videos about it already. I don't know if any have been made like recently, but I wanted to go maybe in a bit of a different direction with a video like that. I still want to do something, but since all that has happened now has happened, like, this was only a few days ago, so I'm just kind of letting it all like settle down before I actually do anything on it. It might be a while, considering what's going on. I don't know why I'm being so cagey about it. It's not. I mean, it is pretty much a big deal, but Salem, their ex-partner, was apparently like super abusive and a bunch of really wild other things, and a lot of people had some reservations about their relationship, considering how fast it progressed and just a bunch of things surrounding it. I'd rather save that for a video, because I could go on and on here. I've yet to see your art. I'm intrigued as to what you can cook up. Well, I usually don't share it on this this channel. It used to be like my Twitter for like this channel before I made my It's Just Aaron Twitter account, but I have like an entire art Twitter called at SV Artwork, where all my art can be found. Usually, I mean, I have like periods of drawing a lot, like I guess kind of more recently I've done it. But I think like during this entire semester I haven't been drawing a whole lot, just because, I've been busy and whatnot. Now it's over, I got a whole lot of time to do whatever I want, basically. That's where I post all of my art, and that's also where I just talk the most garbage about whatever, That's like my vent account, I guess. That's really my main account. That's my main account, and It's Just Aaron is like my side account that I use for only like YouTube stuff. Before I get started, I wanted to talk about something else. I uploaded a video like 3 days ago, which, I mean, it's been 3 days, but if you haven't seen it yet, you should, after the stream, but you should. It's a video about Jeffree Star and his Twitter giveaways, where he gives away money to miserable people, and how I feel about that. I know on the surface that sounds like a good thing to be doing, but considering that it's Jeffree Lynn Star, he's got ulterior motives behind that, and I go into that farther in the video. It's actually under 10 minutes. I managed to make a video under 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. It still took me like a really long time to edit too. I've been trying to keep my video essays under a certain time, because I still want to get them out. Like, my last video essay before that was like my Valnet video, and that was 17 minutes, and it took me 3 days to make, because I was also like at the beginning of the semester, so I was also like really busy with other stuff. That's really why I haven't made like a scripted video essay in a while. I want to do a lot more of them. Yes, he did get into trouble recently. I saw a video about this today. Apparently he paid somebody off to like keep quiet about some assault allegations. Like, that's wild. Like, yeah, allegedly, because the person like retracted their statement. The YouTuber Tay Mimi, she made a video on it, and that was the one that I watched literally today. So yeah, there's a whole lot. I mean, listen, it's Jeffree Star. He can't stay out of anything, right? Like, in, I don't know, 2 days, we're gonna hear something completely different, and it's gonna be just freaking insane. Anyway, somebody made his house in The Sims though. In The Sims 4, it's pretty dope. That's the only nice thing I'll say related to Jeffree Star, is that somebody else made his house in The Sims and that it's cool. Anywho, how? Let's see. I don't know if you guys can hear the background music. I have more Oblivion music because I don't really know what to listen to because copyright things. So yeah, I don't want my entire channel getting stricken or whatever. But let's just go here. Now I don't know how this is going to work out just for the camera, because the way that I have this set up, right, is my drawing tablet is right here. It's at this angle. And then my camera is on top of my monitor right here. So it's I don't know if I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna be leaning this far forward. I mean, I might. I'm gonna have to try to stop myself from doing that. I've streamed art before, but it was a trillion years ago on a different Twitch account, several years ago. So, let's see. Oh, well, I guess I could just say what I'm using here. My current tablet that I have is a Huion GT 190. It's super old. It's a tablet with a screen that I draw directly on it. I used to have a Wacom Intuo, so it's the old version. I love that tablet so much, and I gave it away to my roommate, my old roommate, who I ended up hating, and I really regret that. That tablet had a lot of memories, and I just gave it away to this girl who I don't even like. So I regret that every day, and it still worked too. But anyways, I'm using a Huion GT 190. This is the old version. They have a newer version called the 191, which is probably a whole lot better. This tablet I got for my birthday when I was 16 or 17. I got it in 2016, so I must have turned 17 or something. I don't know. Math, who is she? But yeah, this program is Paint Tool Sci version 2 beta. I like it better than version 1 because there's just a whole lot more tools. You got text, you got shapes, you got a bunch of stuff, and it's being updated pretty frequently. This version is only from August. That's what 8 is, right? What's 8? August, because that comes before September, and that's 9. Yeah. So it's made by one person or a really small team of people. So it's a cute little indie program. I'm not really into drawing programs that have a lot going on because I can't really keep up. I have Photoshop, but I don't really want to draw in it because I've been drawing with Sai for 5 years now. It's been a really long time. I can't switch at all. Because I know Clip Studio Paint is the new hotness. There's this big update that came out that just destroyed Photoshop basically, but I pirate Photoshop anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't pirate Sai. I paid for it. It was a one-time payment, which is why I paid for it. It was only $50. It's pretty cheap as far as art program goes. What kind of art am I into drawing? I don't really know how to classify it, because I don't know, in the deviant art sphere, you're either realistic, semi-realistic, cartoon, or anime/manga, and I don't know if I really fit into any of those. I can show you some stuff. Let's see. Which one do I want to show? Well, let's show this one. I really like this one. This is something that I made recently. I've recently also kind of yes, I pirate Photoshop. I pirate Premiere too. I pirate a whole lot of things. I'm never paying for an Adobe program until they go single payment format. I could probably just use DaVinci Resolve since it's free, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But anyways, I made this. I don't know when this was. This was last month. I don't think I've drawn this month, at all. No, that's not. No, I have no idea. Listen, again, like I said, time. Who is she? But this is something that I made. I'm really into bold colors, especially bold color backgrounds. I like to use red, this red as a background, and also I don't know if you guys can tell, but I also use a color overlay once I'm done with the whole drawing. I put usually, not all the time, but the same color of the background. I use that as the color overlay, and it really just helps to bring all the colors together and give some cohesion to the whole thing. Thank you for the compliments. It's very nice. I don't usually show people my art. I don't know why, other than the entire internet on Twitter and DeviantArt and Tumblr, but people that I know, I usually don't show them my art. I don't know why I'm like really protective over it, but yeah. What's something else that I've made? Let's go through it. That one that I just showed, I really like that one. Like that one, like I snapped. I will say that I snapped on that. I will admit it. I snapped. Anyways, well, I have one here that I haven't finished, but I also made some Among Us fan art, like, well, this was a little bit ago, because I streamed Among Us here on this channel. I don't know, it was the last streams that I did. I don't know if I'm gonna do that again, considering our internet situation. I was just dropping a lot of frames, and it's just like, it's a whole situation. Online games, probably I can't stream for a while until we ever get the internet fixed here, but I just drew myself as my characters, like, you know, teal with the egg, you know, my egg brothers. Have you seen that meme with the guy smiling? It says, "When the imposter is sus." No, I have not. I don't know if that's true. I don't consume a lot of memes. Actually, no, I'm gonna lie, that's straight up false. I follow so many joke pages on Twitter, like it's the so there's that. What else would I like to show? I'll show this. This one was definitely out of my comfort zone, because if you can tell, it has an entire background. So what I did for this is that, of course, I am a Sims crackhead. I went into The Sims 4, and I just put down some walls and a window and a bed and like some basic furniture, and I took a screenshot of it, and then I traced over it, because I could have done it from a reference, but then everything would just be off. My philosophy with tracing is that you definitely shouldn't trace anyone else's work and pass it off as your own, and you probably shouldn't trace if it's something that you were commissioned for. That's my philosophy on it. I wasn't commissioned to do this. This is just like something I did just to try it out, because I don't normally, well, I never draw backgrounds. Aside from this, I like usually never do backgrounds. So I wanted to like try something out and just, you know, have this. And I think it turned out okay. I think the proportions are a little wacky, because the girl looks like she's about 7 feet tall compared to how big the bed is. That's kind of just, yeah. I can't keep twirling around this pen. I still need to like work on stuff like that. This is like my first try. So yeah. I think that's a, well, I want to show one more. Let me see. What do we got here? Nah, nothing good. Nothing good recently, anyways. Like I said, I recently just changed how I, do things. Like, because before, the way I would do it is that I would just, like, I would draw a sketch, and then I would clean up the sketch, and those would be, like, my lines. And before that, I would do a sketch, and then line over it with a stabilized pen, just a basic round pen. And I guess I just got tired of that, and now what I do is I do like a super rough sketch, and then since I already really know like how I want things to be shaped, I just kind of do that with a textured lining pen, if that makes sense. My coloring hasn't changed at all. I probably need to improve on that as well, but I think for that recent improvement, I just wanted to focus on being faster, because I felt like I take so long. Because even though, let me see, this one that I show here, this one I did like all in one go, like in one day, and I think this took maybe 2 hours. I'm gonna ballpark 2 hours, I really can't remember, but this is with like my new method, but still I think that would be like less than what I normally would. Let me see here. Usually I never draw a background because I'm lazy. I just give it a color background, you know. Me and you, we're alike. Your art is pretty good. You should post it on social media like Twitter, Instagram. I do. I don't want to get into it about Instagram. I could rant for an hour about that. I was on Instagram from like 2015 to 2016, and then they took away the chronological feed, and I was like, you know what? Mark Zuckerberg, you don't got my business no more. So I don't use Instagram anymore. And then just seeing everyone on Twitter complaining about all of the new changes to Instagram, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I left there in 2016, you know? I don't want to get too mad. I don't want to get too hot about it, because, like, what's the point? But yeah, I do post it on Twitter. I also have a Tumblr page and a DeviantArt, which I literally never use. Well, okay, I use it just to post art, but not like all the other features that it has, because DeviantArt has also gone downhill since honestly since 2015 also. So, you know, the golden age of DeviantArt is long past us. After they changed the layout and the design of the site, oh my god, like, dude, mass exodus. People left. DeviantArt is dead now, dude. And, like, I don't even have it, like, open all the time. Because I have Tumblr and Twitter open in a browser, like, all the time. I don't have that open all the time anymore. Yeah, Instagram blocks following hashtags and artist appreciation. Yeah, Twitter hates artists. I'm so glad I'm not there. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Okay. So, I should probably actually get to drawing. You know, it's been almost 30 minutes. So, what I'm going to do for today... at first, I didn't really know what to do because I'm not the best at planning, but I figured out what I want to do. I do this infrequently when I can't figure out what to draw. I go to this website called Coolors, that's COOLORS.co, and basically what that is just a site that generates a color palette. Actually, I can show you guys this. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, that's good. This is actually like whatever, never mind. But yeah, this is the website. You press the space bar. You press the space bar and you get like a new color palette. Is this on monochrome mode? I usually put it on monochrome mode. I have no idea. This website has changed like a little bit, and now I have no idea how to work it. It used to be simple, now it's just like, oh, here we go. Alright, I want to put it on monochrome mode. I'm feeling monochrome. Ooh, this is a palette. But I don't know, I feel like I just do like reds a lot. But I do like this so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. We're gonna keep going. Not pink. These colors look the same. Okay, they don't look the same, but they look very similar. Don't like that. No. Every time I get like a green palette, I'm just compelled to draw plants, and we're not gonna do that again. I do that so many times. Gosh, I kind of want to go back to that red one, but I can't. Wait, yes I can. Can I? Oh, no, I can't. Darn. Okay, well. Oops. Is this, hold on. Well, now it changed. That's lame. I feel like this monochrome setting is like too monochrome, you know? Also another thing I used to do for backgrounds is take a picture of any location I've been to and put my character or something into it. That would be cool too, but going outside. I used to draw, then I stopped in 6th grade somehow. You should keep doing it. It's a lot of fun. There's a study. I didn't read the study, but I read the headline, of course, that you get a dopamine hit after you like create art, like drawing or like anything creative. It like instantly improves your mood. And you know, some anecdotal evidence here. I think it works, so I would recommend. These all look the same. Okay, Miss Monochrome, I'm sorry, we can't do this anymore. We'll just do auto. I'll be fine. These colors are too bold. This might take a while. I gotta be convinced, right, to pick a palette. Well, I don't like any of these. I kind of like this one, but also not really, because I need a color to be like a skin tone. It doesn't have to be like a natural skin tone, but like still it needs to be skin adjacent, you know? Coolers does not have the sauce today. What is going on? Alright, we're going back to monochrome. we're gonna see if that does something. Oh wait. This isn't what we had before. But it's close. And I like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna export it as an image. And we're gonna go back to this screen. Let me just export this first. Image. Export. And we're gonna put this in my references folder. Do I not have a references folder? Do I really? Hold on, that's false. I do have a references folder. Where is it? I guess I don't. I thought I had a refs folder. Hold on. Dude, I don't know. This computer isn't new, but it's new enough where apparently I haven't set up all of my folders. So, yeah. Close your eyes and tap on your keyboard 5 times. I don't know, I still don't think that would make me any more, you know, convinced. I also don't have, okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drag this and drop it, because that might work. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, same, I also have band class, which is the reason I can't draw often or never finish an art. Well, you know, it's not really all about finishing. I don't know what that means, but it's like, you know, it doesn't, come on. It doesn't need to be finished, you know? Like, it feels better when you finish something. I'm trying to give advice, and it's not really going very well. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's okay if it's not finished, basically. So, alright. I put all that on my scratch pad, and I guess we're just gonna go for it. I gotta think of, like, a pose. I don't know. I really should have prepared before I did this, but I no thoughts, head empty day. Well, I'll tell you why I didn't prepare for any of this. I was, for like the last 4 days, I've been, it sounds so silly when I say it out loud, but like I reinstalled The Sims 2 like some days ago because I thought, you know, I just want to play it again. And instead of having 6 gigabytes of custom content like I did in the olden days, I went back. The palette colors remind me, ooh, you just gave me an idea, Naomi. Coming in clutch with the ideas. Okay, I think I shall take that. What was I saying? I gotta think. Hold on. I gotta think. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. Maybe. Perhaps. I really can't think and talk at the same time. The palette reminds me of Persona 5. That's interesting. I've never played Persona 5, but okay. Anyways, what I've been doing for like the past 4 days is downloading default replacements instead of getting like custom content, just to replace all of the EA clothes that are like garbage. And that took a really long time, because there's a lot of things in the game to like replace, and I finished today, and I finally started to be able to play today, and I got really into it, and then I realized it was like 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh crap, I have to stream in 30 minutes, and so that's why I'm ill-prepared today. Oopsie. But we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm just gonna start. I really don't know what to do other than start. What size is this? This feels like this is the wrong size. This is too big. So what I'm just gonna do now, is make a rough sketch. Also, I don't mean for this to be like a tutorial or anything, because I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, I do not know what I'm doing. So don't try to follow along and be like, this is how I do this, because it probably isn't the right way to do this, you know? I mean, well, I gotta go. Bye, and I wish you luck in the art. Well, thank you for joining me for the short amount of time that you did. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's because my desk isn't against the wall anymore, but it just shakes so much, and it is driving me insane. Goodness. Okay. That's a decent size. And I do this all in one layer. Usually I do this on like different layers, but now it's like it doesn't really need to be done on different layers, especially for what I'm about to do. Also, I should probably get like a second view up. I don't know where to put this though. Man, it would be nice to have a third monitor. I usually have like a second view that's like flipped and that's on my like primary monitor, but OBS is on my primary monitor, so I guess we'll suffer for now. Oh, fun fact about me. I used to like do speed paints like on the regular, like videos of me drawing, like I guess sped up, with like cool background music. Yeah, that wasn't my first YouTube gig, but that was my primary one for a while. I did regretfully used to have a Let's Play channel on YouTube. The channel itself still exists, and that's the one that I like use primarily because like I made it when I was like 11. But all the videos are gone except for one, because it's like my most viewed video and I wanted to keep it because I'm vain or whatever. But yeah, the speed paint channel still exists. I didn't delete it. It's just like I knew it was time to quit when the latest video that I uploaded got no views, like at all, and it still has 0 views to this day. Like, this is the truth. I don't even know how that happens, but it happens apparently. Okay, I think I know what I want to do now. I've been meandering for a bit, but now it's business time. I just realized none of you guys can see like my other windows that I pull up, but is that Sai you're using? Yes, it is. Miss Paint Tool Sai. I swear by it. I know it's not as like, I guess detailed as other art programs, but it's one that I've used for a while, and like at this point I really can't use anything else, you know? I mean, I could, but it just wouldn't feel the same. Like I already like, it's like imprinted on me, you know? So I think we're going to do a full body number here of a woman wearing a red dress, as so nicely recommended by viewer Naomi, because I really didn't know what to do. But yeah. And the sketch doesn't really need to be perfect, it just has to have all the parts in the right places, you know? It's really all I want. Also, as I'm resizing this, the portions might end up looking wacky. Ugh, well, it's fine. And honestly, I might end up using colors outside of this palette. Normally, when I'm doing a little, we'll call it a palette challenge, I try not to do that, but I'm feeling saucy today, and that's what we're going to be doing. Also, I don't know if I'm going to be finishing this on stream. I could try, but then that would make the stream go for like 5 hours or something, which, I mean, it's not 5 hours. Did I just say 5 hours? I meant 2 hours, which isn't even that long. So, man, What is going on with my brain lately? I'm just saying stuff and not even knowing what I'm saying. Crazy. Alright. These legs are large. That's actually better. Also, I'm sorry if I'm doing like weird sinusy, snorty thingies. I don't know why this is, but anytime I like start to talk for any amount of time, really, I get like all phlegmy. And I'm not sick or anything, but it's just, I don't know why that happens. It happens when I record videos. It happens especially when I'm streaming, which is especially annoying because I can't edit it out. So, you know, just a quirk of my head, I guess. My head, nose, sinuses, whatever. It's on my head. And of course, we're going to go with the famous hand on hip pose, because apparently that's the only pose that I know how to do. And I'm only slightly joking about that because I feel like there's a period of time for like, I don't know, some months like earlier this year where this was like literally the only pose I was doing. I've been trying to branch out, but I don't know. This is my brand, I guess. And there we go. At least it's not the hands behind the back pose. Oh man. Me in middle school? Hands behind the back queen. Now listen, I try to draw hands. I don't succeed every time. Sometimes my hands snap. Sometimes they don't. Most of the time they don't. But listen, I try, okay? So now we're getting to the fun part, which is lining. And for the sketch, I do just whatever color that I have. I think I want to do 12 for this. Everyone does it when they start out. Yeah, that's the truth. But just a black basic with a blotts texture on 70, which I think is a good way to go. It's still noticeable, but it's not like overbearing amount of texture. And also, well, you can't see this, but I'm using the S3 stabilizer for this. I hate drawing the hands, that's why I put them on the back pose. Yeah. Honestly, I don't want to throw shade or nothing, so I'm not going to say any names, but some professional artists be doing that now, still, at their big age and big profession of professional artists. Hey, listen, it happens to all of us. You know, we all do it. Nobody wants to admit it, but we do it. I need to focus, okay. Actually, this seems too big. No, I think 12 is fine. Alright, we're just gonna do it this way. Y'all are about to see me Control Z like all the time. Hello, Hiba Ali. Thank you for joining. Come on. You know what? Come on. This was on your recommended? Now that's interesting. Well, I hope you stay. Maybe, subscribe. Hello, Artsy Salad. It's nice to see new people in here. Like, Naomi's like a regular. You know, they've been at like almost every stream that I've done, which is super dope. But it's nice to have new people too. You know? Community tings. And I feel like I just said community wrong. My god. Why am I talking? This is a stream. I have to talk. That's why. This head feels too big. Actually, now it looks too small. We're just gonna see. I could go back and change it later. I subbed today for the drama vids. What drama vids? I have like one. Wait, do I have more than one? Hold on. Do I have more than one drama video? Wait, I didn't know I'm subscribed already. I didn't know I did that. Well, there's one thing down. I'm assuming, Jeffy, you mean the video that I, like, recently posted. Because I don't, maybe I'm being obtuse, but I don't know. I can't really remember any other drama videos that I've done. There's one that I did with the first Dramageddon, when it, like, first happened, but I hated it, so I, like, deleted it, and that was, like, oh, Sugar Daddy 2.0, yeah. I don't know if I classify that as drama, though, because, like, yeah, it's about someone who is frequently the subject of internet drama, but it felt more like an expose type thing. I don't know. I'm not trying to say like, ooh, I'm better than drama channels, because they make all the money on this website. Trust and believe. You know, if I had an ounce of interest in any of the beauty makeup world, I would be all over that stuff. Believe that. So, you know, not trying to say whatever, but bye, Hiba. Thank you for joining for the hot second that you did. But what was I trying to say? I'm not trying to deride drama channels. It's just like I don't know. Anyways, I'm glad you enjoyed your short time here, Hiba. Maybe you can come back in a little while, and I might still be working on this. Who knows, honestly. But yeah. Well, okay. I literally did say at the beginning of the stream that I wanted to talk about art drama. So, okay. Maybe I do. Maybe I am a little drama minded, but I haven't the slightest idea. Speaking of, I think it's, what I'm talking about is more like discourse than drama. I think there's definitely a separation there. I think my video about Jeffree Star is like more discourse than drama, because it's not like an event that happened. It's just me talking about something that he did, you know? Anyways, yeah. I think my favorite kind of like discourse, number one, is art discourse, because it is so inconsequential that I can enjoy it and not like feel weird for partaking, I guess. What was the latest thing? Oh my goodness, what was the latest thing that happened? Well, the Dolly Guts thing, that was really the latest thing that happened, but that wasn't really art related. That's more a figure in the art community than about their art in particular. So maybe not that. Gosh, what am I mean, there's a cannibal, but that's like, that was so long ago. That was this summer. Oh, I feel like there was something that happened recently, and now I can't remember it. Anyways, that kind of stuff. I would much rather partake in like art Twitter drama than like beauty drama, because I feel like beauty drama goes to the next level for like no reason. For the most part, art drama and art discourse stays like on Twitter or Tumblr. Because I literally never hear of any like discourse or drama happening on Instagram. Because I guess it stays on Instagram too, but you would think it would migrate to other platforms where like these artists are, but I guess not. I can't believe I can't remember. Maybe something, I don't know, maybe literally nothing happened and I'm just trying to make stuff up. I don't know. But I know there's a thing about the whole CalArts situation. They charge a whole lot. I didn't know CalArts was started by Walt Disney. There is an episode of Defunct Land, because, you know, he's doing the whole Walt Disney series now, where he talks about, like, Disney forming CalArts. I had no idea. But it also kind of makes sense that CalArts is, like, so, I'm going to say it, they're elitist, and they're really expensive. And I think, you know, the whole Disney brand, they are, like, really family-friendly and all of that, but there's something there in Disney that's like, ooh, we're better than you, you know? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't know why I get that vibe from that, because their movies are so, or I guess the content that they make is so, like, not spicy at all, but I don't know, it just has that vibe. Anywho, it really does. Art discourse is actually productive to more art, though it seems. Yeah, I would say so. But yeah, I made a video on this, like, oh my gosh, last year? No, it couldn't have been last year. Well, last year was 2019. And I've only been making videos really for like a year, 2 years, 2-ish years. Anyways, I made a video about this last year, about the whole, you know, is it actually worth it to go to an art school, with it being so expensive? And I can't remember what my stance on the videos, on it was, with, like, it being so expensive. I think it was just, like, I think I took a really, like, middle-of-the-road kind of milquetoast stance where, like, if it's good for you, then it's good for you, but if it doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. Which, I made 0 points in that video. Like, gosh. You're absolutely right. My old roomie did furry art for a living for years, and she said the exact same thing. I'm gonna save the feet for later, because these are just like shoes. The mom dies, the princess goes to be good or fight evil and finds her love. Yeah, I will say I'm not really a fan of Disney. I never liked the Disney Channel when I was a kid. I was strictly Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. No Disney Channel in this house. Not like we were like forbidden from watching it or anything. I just didn't like it. I don't know why. But like it wasn't my bag at the time. Like, you know, Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place. Wait, was Wizards of Waverly Place on Disney? Wait a minute. No, it was. Hold on, I gotta look this up now. Wizards of Waverly Place. That was on... What network was this on? It was... Wait, hold on, let me see. Yep, it was on the Disney Channel. Okay, confirmed. Disney Channel. Yeah, Wizards of Waverly Place, you know, not a Selena Gomez stan. Like I know that Selena Gomez makes music, and I've probably heard some of her songs, but I can't name a single one of them. I don't know what that says. It probably says nothing. Probably says more about me than it does about her, for being honest. I don't know why I'm being so shady tonight, for, like, no reason. There's no reason for me to be this, like, absolutely shady. Also, it's fine. I was gonna say the legs aren't, like, the same size, but I literally don't care in this moment. Okay, I need to do this arm. These hands, I already know, are going to give me problem. I'm not going to like it. Okay. Also, the camera's probably going to be shaking a little bit throughout the night. Oh, I'll tell you what's some art, just the art community in general discourse. The whole, you know, Wacom and Adobe supremacy. I am not here for that. Because listen, I did have a Wacom tablet for like a really long time, and I used it for a long time, and it served me really well. But I feel like it's more of a misconception among people just starting out rather than, I don't know, like discourse or drama. But I feel like a lot of people have this conception that if you buy and use like the most expensive top of the line products, that you're gonna be good somehow. And it really goes down to this, I don't know how popular the saying is, but the saying that goes, it's the artist, not the tool. Yeah, it's the artist, not the tool. And I truly believe in that. Because one of my favorite artists that I've been following since like my Instagram days, her online handle is Ursula Decay. Apparently, she draws on like a 2x4 inch like Huion. It's not even a drawing tablet, it's like a signature pad. And she's been using that to like make all of her art. It's like so tiny, it's like $20. And her art is so good, you know? So it's definitely not the tool that's making better. Oh my goodness. Dude, don't get me started. Back when I was doing traditional art, because I used to be primarily traditional art. Now I'm primarily digital art because it gets expensive. But these kids on Instagram with 50 Copic markers and they don't know how to use them. Like, bro, listen. I know they're just like alcohol markers, but first of all, I think if you're going to make such an investment like that, because these markers are like $6 each. One of these, $6. And like, listen, I guess they're really good, right? I guess. I don't know. But if you don't know how to use them, then they're basically worthless. Because there's a method to using them. You don't just like slap color down. There's like a way to blend things and to make it look good. And if you don't know how to do that and you have it, then it's like, what's the point of having it, you know? And it's like, I had some Copics myself. I had like the skin tone pack, and that was only like six skin tones, right? And it was like super expensive. And I bought, oh my goodness, I think I like bothered my mom to buy me a set of like 78, almost 80 of the Prismacolor alcohol markers. And that was like, bro, it wasn't. It cost $78, but I can't remember how many. I think it was like 50 or something. It was a whole bunch of colors. But I didn't know how to use those markers like correctly or effectively. And my art ended up looking like, when I colored stuff, it was just like blotchy and not that good looking. Not like, the pretty pictures that I saw on Instagram, it was nothing like that. And I didn't know how to use them, so they're basically worthless, And it's just like, I don't understand that. I mean, I guess it's kind of different with like, a $2,000 Cintiq. Those used to be the hotness. Honestly, they still are the hotness among the youngins. But I'm really glad that some different brands have like stepped it up with their products, because now Wacom like actually has a competitor, like several competitors. Because back before I started, so like, I don't know, the 2000s, or I guess the early 2010s, Wacom was like the standard, industry standard. You needed it in 2.0s, you needed a Cintiq, like, in order to be like taken seriously. That's just it. But now you can like get by perfectly fine with like a Huion, like I have, or like an XP pen, which I'm getting for Christmas, or I should say, Mr. Santa Claus is supposed to be bringing me for Christmas. I already know that. I have it. I literally saw the box. Anyways. Or like literally a bunch of other brands. They're coming in and they're making products that are like comparable to that. I have no idea what's going on with the traditional market now, because like I haven't been doing that for a while, so I don't know. I know there must be something, right? There must be some like competitors to Copics, but anyways, let's see. Copic markers, I used to want them, but now I don't. It's just a waste. If you had them, you were cool. That was the vibe on Instagram. If you put your little Copic markers right by your finished picture, you took a picture of that, you send that to Instagram, 5,000 likes guaranteed. Probably not, but that's really the vibe. That's how things were. And honestly, probably how they still are, I remembered when I was still doing the whole Instagram thing. This one time I wanted to pretend like I had a screen tablet, so I took my 2.0's pin and I just put it up to my monitor and I took the picture. So yeah, that's how I would fake flex. Oh, it's so ridiculous. So incredibly ridiculous. Like, ugh. What is the point in that? I will say though, since we're on the topic of like art stuff, I don't know why, but people on Instagram were just like way, I don't know, they were like way aggro for like no reason. And like, you think people on Twitter now are like super aggressive and like ready to call anybody out. Oh my goodness, Instagram. Oh my goodness, I am bringing back so many repressed memories from my Instagram days now that we're bringing all of this up. But the amount of art theft on Instagram was astronomical. Astronomical. I've never seen anything like that. Not on Twitter, not even DeviantArt, not on Not on Tumblr. Like, it was so blatant on Instagram. It's insane. I don't... Well, I know why. It's because if you steal art from, like, a more popular artist, then you get the likes and the follows. Like, duh. Like, that's pretty obvious, I would say. You know? Like, a pretty obvious scheme or, I don't know, strategy. Oh, and don't get me started on, like, art style theft. That's a thing, too. I know some outsiders, like, non-artists or people who are just getting into, like, the whole art community, I guess. Because it is, like, a big, yes, art drama and art discourse and stuff. That's really growing on YouTube. It never used to be like that. It's usually just, like, you know, the Keemstars and the Scarces and all of them who reported on, like, gamers and stuff. But now there's a lot of art-centric channels, like, doing art-related stuff. But, oh my goodness. I just lost my entire train of thought. Cool. I think it depends on the fandom, too. At least in my experience, because I only do fan art. But for certain fandoms, people are meaner on Twitter and others. Ooh, fan artists. Fan artists. Y'all are a different breed. In a good and a bad way. Listen, I got into Steven Universe because I saw all the, like, really good fan art on, like, Instagram and Twitter. And, like, the show did not impress me at all. Like, the fan art for that show is better than the show itself. I'm sorry, Miss Rebecca Sugar, but I cannot be swayed. Probably because it's a show made for children, but that obviously isn't stopping anyone, so, like, I don't know, you know. It's that and the new She-Ra, which, by the way, Noelle Stevenson really finessed whatever network she was talking to, because she got her slow burn enemies to lovers fanfic as a television show. Oh my goodness, I wish I had that power. Let's not fool ourselves here. I never watched that show, but I saw everyone going insane on Twitter about it during the finale. It's a slow burn enemies to lovers fanfic, and it's on television, syndicated, making money. Noelle, she knows what she's doing, you know? Anyways. Yeah, I think my main point is that for a lot of things, I like the new She-Ra, but that fandom canceled you on Twitter? Are you serious? For what? Drawing the wrong ship? Because that, I could imagine that happening. I could definitely imagine that happening. Drawing someone, you know, I can get, like, why people are upset at people, like, whitewashing characters. That one's legit. But drawing the wrong ship, y'all gotta chill. Like, come on. Come on. Even if it isn't, like, canon. Like, I get a handle. Oh my goodness. Fan artists and fan fiction writers are some of the most feral people on the internet. Like, oh, what is her name? Cassandra Clare? She's, like, an actual author now. She, like, writes actual books. But she used to be, like, a Harry Potter fan fiction writer. And she was just out here wilding with some of the stuff that she was writing. I think it was, like actual incest stuff. And she, like, that's, like, in her past. Like, that's verifiable. And now she's out here publishing books. I don't know what's going on with y'all fan artists and fan fiction writers. Listen, most of you are fine. But then there's, like, the Cassandra Clares of the world who are just wilding. Oh, my goodness. But I love hearing about this kind of stuff because I'm so far removed from it. I could just, like, sit back and watch, and it's, like, interesting, you know? Like, my God. I'm fairly certain that's her name. I gotta look this up now because I don't want to drag a woman who doesn't deserve to be dragged. Cassandra. Oh, there she is. That's her. Miss Cassandra Clare. What is this? City of Bones, Chain of Gold, Clockwork Angel, City of Ashes, Lady Midnight. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I gotta say, fanfiction people are worse than fan artists. Like, okay, Maggie C, I see you in the chat. I'm not saying that all fan artists are, like, bad or whatever, but they're just wild. They're out here wilding. For what? I don't know. Like, oh my God. I was thinking about this morning. Like, does Harry Styles know that there is a fan fiction of him that got turned into a book and 2 films. Like, is he getting a cut? What's going on? He should be getting a cut out of that because that's his name. It's basically him. Like, that is so wild to me. If you don't know, after the book and the movie, and after we collided the movie, which I'm fairly certain it might be a book too, I don't know, but it started out as a Wattpad fanfiction about Harry Styles, and I guess the author, I don't know. And Wattpad, they've been doing this thing, I would say in the last 5-ish years, where they've been taking some of their more popular stories and, like, publishing them and getting them, like, movie deals, which is insane. And one of those is After, and it's about Harry Styles. And I didn't know that until I saw a video about it. And I'm just like, is that even legal? Like, okay, they changed the names and all of that, so there's, like, technically no reference to him. But that's so wild to me. I don't understand. Oh, real people, fan fiction writers are, like, the worst. Because, like, oh my god. I could get into it. Listen, I have no idea what this thumb is, by the way. Please do not pay attention. But yeah, I could tear into some of these people and, like, stan culture. So, like, there's this tweet, I think it was yesterday, by this YouTuber called Josh, Jawsh, about how he, like, didn't want to be associated with, like, stan culture, and how people obsess over him and, like, other Minecraft YouTubers. And people got legit upset about that, including another Minecraft YouTuber that he mentioned, Dream. And now, I don't watch any of these people. I haven't partook in Minecraft YouTube since, like, 2014, like, the Creatures era. That was probably when I, like, stopped. After Treehouse number 2, I was too heartbroken and traumatized to invest my time into another, like, I don't know, whatever, into another Minecraft YouTuber. So, and plus, my interests just changed because I got older. I still like Minecraft, though. It's based. But anyways, so, like, I haven't been in that community for a while. But apparently, you know, the whole stan culture of things has migrated to YouTubers. And one of them got quite upset at it. Understandably. And people got upset at him being upset about it. And, like, I think that's so incredibly valid to not want to have people shipping you with other people, because this isn't a new thing. Like, this goes back to, like, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and probably some other people, but those are the ones that I remember, like, being a thing for a while. Like, especially those two in particular, because I guess they were, like, making or collabing a lot together, so I don't know. I don't watch either of them. Never have, really. That's not shade, I just don't, okay? But yeah, and I think either one or both of them spoke out about it at some point, I don't know. But it's just that whole ordeal all over again, you know? It's just people taking actual real human beings who exist and putting them in weird sexual situations with, like, other real human people who exist and also kind of interact on a regular basis. And, like, I don't understand why these stans are, like, upset that someone's uncomfortable with it. Like, let's be real here. Most of these people, children. So, you know, stupid. Like, I'm just saying. Children, in general, kind of dumb. Dummy dum-dums. In some people's cases, like, in my case, we never stop being stupid. But I at least have the knowledge to know to not do something like that because it's so incredibly uncomfortable. Like, even just thinking about it, it's just like, I don't like it, you know? I remember being very uncomfortable about the whole Dan and Phil thing. Like, I literally never heard of them, like, before I think they came out. Before Phil? Who was the first one? Whatever the first one was. When he came out, it was, like, a really big deal. And that's when I, like, literally first heard of them. But apparently after that, like, I started to, like, I guess learn about them more through it just, like, I don't know, being put on my timeline on the Twitters. But yeah, the way that the way that people just like talk about them, like, oh, sweet bean, soft bean, ooh ooh, that type of stuff. I hate that. I hate it so much. It makes my blood boil. Like, it makes me viscerally uncomfortable when I see that stuff. Like, ugh, ew, you know, just stinky. It's just bad, right? And I guess, I don't even know what this is a reflection of. It's just like how the youth of today interact with the media that they consume, which is really, really concerning if that is the case. It's like, we might need to do something about it. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Perhaps something. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm fine with how this is shaped. But yeah, that whole just subgenre of person, of fan, you know, it's strange. It's just odd and strange. And especially with like K-pop too. With K-pop, at the very least, I guess there's some degree of separation, as like, you know, these are like big pop stars, oftentimes in a different country than you, so it's like you don't have that level of connection with them, so anything wild that you do say probably isn't going to reach them. So it's like that, I guess that also emboldens people, because, you know, there's like separation, or perceived separation, because like I guarantee these people see these things. Do I like K-pop? No. I think I like the opposite of K-pop. It's not like I'm averse to it. Well, I am a little bit, purely for the fan base. It's just so incredibly off-putting. I don't want anything to do with it, but my primarily listened to genres of music are, I would say, post-hardcore, and I'll leave it at that. No, post-hardcore and like metalcore, gent. I was bumping the Juggernaut albums today by Periphery. I will say they're like more progressive hardcore. Also, I just think those albums are perfect. I just love those albums so much. You know? It's just, those are just like really good albums. They're like almost perfection. Almost. Not quite. Also, yes, I am a copy and paste type of gal. Because I literally don't care. I don't have the patience. Me as a K-pop fan. Well, a joke, some K-pop fans are just creepy. I know. And like, okay, they're called sasaengs. Like, I think that's mainly in like Korea actually, where that's a problem, but I was watching this one YouTube channel of a girl who like used to be a fan of BTS or something, and she was talking about it, and like that takes it to a new level that I don't like, you know? Like, oh my goodness. It's just, I mean, this isn't unique to like BTS or even like this decade, because, you know, there's the Bjork stalker, there was not Michelle Pfeiffer, oh, what is that woman, the actress, she's like actually a lesbian, but this guy was trying to like marry her or whatever. Jodie Foster, her stalker, like these things happen. Like this isn't unique to this era or these medias like at all. So, but it just feels way more amplified nowadays, and it's like, ugh, I don't know. I'm trying to like remember something that I was like a super big fan of when I was that age. So I guess in the 6th grade, for me, that would have been like the Yogscast. I wasn't like a Yogscast stan or anything. I just know in art class, I drew like the Yogscast logo, because we had like free time and could draw whatever we wanted, and that's what I drew. they're extremists for everything. I guess they're usually not the majority, which is kind of good, I guess. They're not the majority, but they're a very vocal minority. So, yeah. So I was really into the Yogscast, like, in the 6th and 7th grade. And then around the, I guess, 8th grade? Yeah, sure. I was big into the creatures. I had, like, this fan art that someone made as my, as the background on my old crusty iPod Touch. I was really big into them, until everybody left, you know. I don't really, let's see, bro, I am still waiting on that reunion video. I know this was like 3 years ago, they promised that, but I'm still waiting for this reunion video. I'm not giving up hope. Listen, everybody's still around. I'm trying to think who's, like, not around anymore. Because, like, I think mostly everyone still is in, like, that sector, you know? So, like, I don't understand why, well, okay. I do understand why they can't do it. No, hold on. I don't even understand why they can't do it now. They could do it now, just not in person, you know? Like, And I guess I tried to preserve myself from the drama of that situation, but, you know, just, like, knowing what went on behind the scenes and how Kutra kind of screwed everybody over, that makes me really sad. Because, like, there are always jokes, right? That, like, you know, Kutra or Jordan's, like, super nice on camera, but he's actually really mean in person. But I guess that actually turned out to be true. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. There's this this YouTube channel. Ooh, what's his name? I forgot, straight up. But he covers, like, a lot of that stuff from those corners of the internet. Like, I guess the whole Rooster Teeth adjacent family of channels. Because they were part of Rooster Teeth for a hot second. And he made a video on, like, the downfall, or, like, you know, what happened to the creatures. And I thought that was really interesting. You know, I still get some of their videos from, like, 6 years ago recommended to me on my, like, homepage. And every time I see them, I'm just like, oh, I can't take this. And I gotta keep scrolling, you know? It's like a blast from the past. Oh, man. And I guess, I mean, that's really it for things I was, like, super duper fans of. I'm still kind of mad that I never got to... My headphones are kind of broken. I'm still kind of mad that I never got to, like, get a Creatures t-shirt. I really want one. You know what? Okay. We're sidetracking a little bit, and I'm not going to show you all, because, no. But I'm going to go on eBay, and I'm going to see if there is a Creatures t-shirt that someone's selling. R-E-A-T-U-R-E-S. I'm just going to leave it at that. No, there's nothing. I never got to get any Creatures merch, and I'm mad. Okay, technically speaking, I could just find their logo and go to, like, what? Teespring? Not Teespring, but whatever that site is where you can, like, print shirts. I could just do that, but, you know. Yeah, there's nothing. Nobody's selling their Creatures merch on eBay. Whatever. Anyways. Yeah. And I try not to get, you know, too nostalgic, because sometimes it physically hurts. Not really, but, you know, just remembering just makes me sad. Anywho, let's change the subject to what the heck I'm drawing. So I'm gonna have it be as, like, a dress that's kind of, like, long and flowy. And she's gonna be wearing gloves, because I think gloves are super bougie. Like, it used to be, like, a thing, but now it's not a thing anymore. Like, gloves with a fancy dress, you know? I think that would be cool. I'm wondering if I want to put any, like, embroidery or anything on it, but I literally don't know, like, what pattern I would use. Because I do have a strat, right? Kind of a cheat code, an art cheat code for, like, doing embroidery, like, super easy. But I literally don't know, like, what pattern to do, other than, like, some swirls and swooses. So perhaps not. We'll keep it simple for now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best when it comes to like clothing folds or just like, you know, drawing clothes in a natural and realistic way. It's not my strong suit. So we're just gonna wing it. And I think my pen isn't calibrated that well, which is just fantastic. Have you seen those gloves with fake? Yes, nail gloves. Oh my goodness. Drag queens, they use them a lot. Honestly, I think they're kind of a serve. For a drag queen, I wouldn't go out with like nail gloves, but yeah, that's a thing that people do. Mostly drag queens though. I haven't seen any non-drag queens with them, mainly because I consume a lot of drag queen content, I guess. I watched a new episode of today. Oh, the trailer for the new season of Drag Race that came out like today, I think. Jeffree wore them one time. I don't doubt it. Since Jeffree seems to be entrenched in a lot of drag culture despite not really being a drag queen himself, which I'm not trying to gatekeep it, but he's had like drag queens on his channel pretty often. Well, not that often. He had Adore Delano on like a million years ago, and I don't think they're even like friends anymore. He had, what was her name? She was on season 12, and she didn't win, but she was in the top 3, and she was probably my favorite from season 12. Why can't I remember her name then? She had her on, and she had someone else on too recently. I didn't watch that one. Yeah, my memory is just terrible. Okay. I think I'm liking how this is going. Maybe. Yes. Actually? Yes. Let me extend this a little bit. What's your favorite beauty guru if I have one? Man, I can't trust these beauty gurus nowadays. You know, for a hot second, it was Jeffree Star because I did used to watch him after the Shane Dawson, like, whole docuseries came out. I was like, I legit didn't know who he was before that. Like, I knew of Jeffree Star Cosmetics because, like, I would see it sometimes on, this website called Polyvore, and I thought, oh, those are cute shades. But I never even, like, looked into it or, like, who Jeffree Star actually was. So, you know, no, I watched James Charles for a hot minute before he got canceled. Which time? I don't know. The Dramageddon. And at that point, I wasn't subscribed to him, but when that happened, his videos, like, stopped getting recommended to me, which is weird. I don't know if I like James Charles, not because of that, just because, I don't know, man. He doesn't, I'm not gonna say he, like, has an attitude, because kinda not really, but just, like, I don't know. But anyways, I also used to watch Tati for a while. I think her content pandered to, I would say, women her own age. Not really my target demographic. Specifically, like, white women her own age. I think it's kind of the makeup she was, like, doing for, you know? So, who else? I mean, I've rotated. I mean, the closest person to a beauty guru that I, like, actually like, oh gosh, I really don't know. I didn't start consuming that kind of content until, like, last year, like, literally. Maybe 2018. No, definitely 2018. Because I think that's when the documentary came out. But, gosh, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, sorry. I don't know. I don't even think I could answer, like, who's my favorite YouTube channel. No, I couldn't. Like, if you ask me, like, I don't know. I have favorite channels in certain genres, but like I can't say what is definitively my favorite channel, you know? I guess it would be my favorite artist for art. I don't know that either, cause like, gosh, I have no idea. Well, okay. No, I still can't say it. Like, I have favorite works, but I don't have favorite artists. Like, I would say for the modern era, if you can call it that, basically, you know, of the social media artists of today, there is this traditional artist. She worked in either oils or acrylics or both, or she interchanges, I can't remember. But her name is Kelsey J. Beckett. I started following her like on Instagram. She's one of the first people I followed on Instagram when I made that account. And I don't know why, but I haven't been seeing her on Twitter like at all. Like, I used to follow her, but now I never get like any of her tweets on my timeline. Like, at all. Like, this isn't that person. I don't know if they like soft blocked me or hard blocked me or what. Hold on. I gotta look this up because I actually haven't seen anything. Let's see, Kelsey J. Beckett. Instagram. I see a website. I see Instagram. I see Spoke Art. She has a YouTube. She has a Tumblr. She has a Patreon. What happened to her Twitter though? Here's her website. None of you can see this, but I do really like her work. Like, she has this painting called Pink Eye, and it went on sale for a while. Actually, I think I will show you. Screen cap. Oop, not that. Let's see. Transition. So this is her work, right? I'm trying to find Pink Eye. It's this. This one, this is like her favorite painting that she's like made, and I would really like a print of it, and there's a limited run of it like a million years ago, and it was like $60. I didn't have $60 to spare, so I'm trying to find her social media, and like, that is definitely her Twitter, but it's deleted. Why did it get deleted? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I cannot believe this. Her Twitter is straight up gone. Oh my god. We have a mystery on our hands, fellows. What happened to Kelsey Beckett's Twitter? Let's see, there's Tumblr, which I think I follow her, but yeah, this is from 2 years ago. Literally, what happened? I don't know. Gosh. That's her Patreon. Her Patreon has to be, like, updated, because, you know, she had 66 patrons. What's her most recent one? This is from December 6th. That was 3 days ago. So she's still, like, doing stuff, but what happened to her? I'm, like, actually upset now, because I did used to follow her on Twitter, and it's like, she just dropped off the face of the earth, you know? Oh my goodness. There's her Instagram, and there's a YouTube channel. Let's look at this Instagram, then. I don't know what this is from. This is from 2 days ago. Huh. I wonder why she deleted her Twitter. That's so wild. I'm, like, actually upset. Wow. Well, it's my favorite artist of the today times, and I can no longer follow them anywhere. I guess I could follow them on YouTube, but, like, Twitter is the primary place where I, like, consume art content. Oh my god, like, now I'm like, ugh. I've been sent by this. Oh my goodness. Hello, Floris and Vanessa. Thank you for joining. I'm going through a little crisis right now. It's a weird time to join, but one of my favorite artists on Twitter, their account, like, disappeared. Like, oh my god. I feel empty now. I legit don't know what happened, though. Wow. like legit upset about that. Cannot believe it. Anywho, how? Mini crisis over, I guess, but goodness. Well, okay. I guess that answers your question on who is my favorite artist. I will say some of my favorite paintings, I guess of the before time era. I really don't know what to call it. Cause like I don't know what era each of these paintings like belong to, so I can't really answer it. But there's this painting called Ivan the Terrible and his son Ivan that depicts Ivan the Terrible accidentally killing his son. I just think it, it has a lot of emotion in it, and I really like that one. My favorite subject from school, English. Duh, easy. That was easy. It's definitely English. I guess if we're talking about main subjects, that was my fave. As far as like electives went, I took this baking class in high school, and that was a whole lot of fun because typically we don't get like fun electives around here because I will say this is a pretty poor area. Not a whole lot of funding to go around for like extracurriculars, nothing other than like sports and stuff. So it's cool that we were able to have a baking class. I have no idea if they still have it at that high school. Probably not if I had to guess, but there's that. I took this drafting class, which was like, anytime I describe this to anyone, they have no idea what it is, but it's like a precursor to like architectural design. It's basically where you learn how to draw shapes on like a drafting board. I really don't know how to describe it, but I like that class a lot. I didn't really want to pursue a career in like architectural design because number one, my brother was already doing it, and number two, I had really no interest in it. I did like the class itself, but it's just like not something that I wanted to do. I wanted to work in a more creative field, I'm more of a creative person, as you can tell. But yeah, that was a pretty cool class that I took. What else? I've always liked English. I've always been an English person. Just because I really like grammar. I'm not hot on grammar. Just like reading. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hated literature in college. Literature in college sucked all of the fun out of reading. All of the fun out of reading. I don't recommend it. I'm so glad I didn't major in English because I would have hated it. Because I was going to be like an English major when I first like went in college. But then I realized the school that I was going to had creative writing as a major, and that's what I did instead. And it doesn't really matter for that because I'm not, I didn't finish with creative writing. I'm film now. So, anywho, do I have a favorite musician musical category? I answered this a little bit earlier, but I would say my favorite, musician is kind of hard to answer. It cycles sometimes, so I'm going to give 3. So in no particular order, I really like the bands Periphery, Invent Animate, I don't know why I was blanking out on that, and Dance Gavin Dance. If you watch, there's quite a few videos on this channel where I talk about my love for Dance Gavin Dance, but yeah. I even made a video ranking some of their songs, so if that tickles your fancy, you should definitely check that out. But, yeah, I would say those. I usually go back to the Strokes. I think it's like who are the Strokes? It sounds familiar. Like 70s rock or something. I actually have no idea. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. I don't want to sound stupid. Let's see here. The Strokes. I said 70s, it's 98. It's close. Either way, I wasn't alive during that time, so, missed me by 1 year and some months. Let's see. I know nobody asked, but I will give my musical evolution. So, back when I was a youngling, I used to really be into Fall Out Boy, and I have something to show you. Give me just a minute. Hold up. I don't know why I like showing these off, but I really do like showing these off at any opportunity. Hold on, let me do this. We're talking about music now. This is a music stream. I have a vinyl for Infinity on High. Come on, here we go. Here she is. Let's go. When did I get this? I got this. It was during high school. I can't remember which year, but this is a Christmas gift. It's the vinyl. It's a double LP, so it's kind of thick. Oh, it's so dusty. Oh no. But anyways, this is my vinyl. This isn't the only one I have. We're gonna get to them. Okay. So that's that. So back when, also I'm wearing a Panic at the Disco shirt. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Actually, that's the only concert I've ever been to, was Panic at the Disco, Birmingham, Alabama, April 7th, 2017. Yeah, it was lit. It was amazing. The only concert I've ever been to, and it was so great. Let me go back to drawing. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So back when Apple still had like a free radio before they turned into Apple Music and all of that. This is like a million years ago. This is like in 2013. So like around the time when I got my first iPhone. I made like a Fall Out Boy radio like station just so I could like discover some new music. I was always like tangentially aware of Panic at the Disco because their song, I Write Sins, that was always like super popular. Oh my goodness, there was this Warrior Cats animation. Bro, that's how I found out about the song. There's this Warrior Cats animation that used the song I Write Sins Not Tragedies, and that was my introduction to Panic at the Disco, was Warrior Cats. Oh, don't get me started. Anyways, that's my introduction to them, and I guess it just went on from there. So in that, Apple, like, iTunes, I have an unhealthy obsession with Melanie Martinez. I don't think I've ever listened to any of her music. I don't know. But for some reason, I don't know why, because thinking about it, these two bands aren't that related, but A Day to Remember, specifically songs from Common Courtesy, that album, that would get put in the rotation of that, that station, radio station that I had, like custom radio, and I got into them through that, and some other bands too, like, Pierce the Veil was in there too, a few songs from, I forgot the name of the album, but yeah, I guess, Fall Out Boy was how I got into A Day to Remember, which is more screamo. I don't want to call them screamo. Metalcore. They're more metalcore, So, Fall Out Boy is what got me into metalcore, and then I started listening to A Day to Remember, and then I started listening to Asking Alexandria, and then I started listening to Attack Attack. Give me a second. I also have, oh gosh, 10th anniversary, Someday Came Suddenly vinyl. I snatched this up as soon as it went on sale. I could not let this get away from me, and I have it now. This is a single LP, and I framed it. A gift to myself. It was only $22. It was great. I gotta put this back. Oh, don't fall. I maybe promise I won't bring out any more vinyls. I only have 2 more anyways, but whatever. This is just vinyl showcase. Anyways, yeah. I started listening to Attack Attack. They actually dropped a new single, 2 days ago? Well, let's just say it's not crabcore. I'll leave it at that. I mean, listen, it's a fine song, but maybe my expectations are too high. That happens all the time, oh my god. But yeah, from A Day to Remember, I got into a lot of heavier bands, like, I guess, August Burns Red, and, a lot of the music that I listened to, especially Periphery, I got into Periphery because someone posted the song Stranger Things off of Juggernaut Omega on the metalcore subreddit, and that's how I got into Periphery, is from that song. And then I started out listening to Juggernaut Alpha a whole lot for some reason, and then I just got into the rest of their albums. I haven't listened to Periphery 1 or Periphery 2, or that one EP they did where everybody wrote a song. I forgot the name of it, sorry. But, yeah. What else? I'm into Death Grips. I like some experimental rap, you know. That's fun. A lot of people, I guess, are off put by Death Grips. I don't know why. Like, it's not the worst. Oh, goodness. How could I forget about this? I used to be super into dubstep. Like, middle school. I ate up some Skrillex in middle school. Oh my god. Bro. I was all about dubstep in middle school. And not just Skrillex. Like, some smaller, I guess, artists. I don't know. I couldn't name a single one. But there was this, there's this YouTube channel which still exists, actually. It used to be called Dubstep Lyrics, but now it's just EDM Lyrics. And it appeals very much to children, like I was at the time. It was just like, I don't know, funny spellings of dubstep sounds, and I would watch those a lot, and I eventually, like, got really into the songs. So I listened to dubstep a lot when I was a youngin'. Boy. I still have an appreciation from it, for it, I guess, but it's like, I never listen to dubstep anymore. However, I saw something, I don't know if it was like a study or just like an article, where there's apparently some overlap between fans of dubstep and fans of like heavy metal and like screamo, and I can see that. Especially considering old Skrillex, John Skrillex himself, I know his name is like Sonny or whatever, but he was in this like classic screamo band called From First to Last. Until he, like, messed his voice up or something. I don't know what happened. But, you know, there is overlap. So, I think this is where I'm going to leave this outfit. Like, there's nothing else I can do to it. So, alright. We got the dress. We have a choker because, of course, we have some gloves. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I feel like I have no space at all. Okay. I still have some Skrillex, like, not Skrillex, but like dubstep, in my Spotify library for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's literally just taking up space now. But, yeah. Good times, man. Trying to think of, like, other other genres that I like listen to. I don't do country. I mean, if a Dolly Parton bop comes on, I'm gonna listen to it, but that's probably it. Like, today's brand of country I'm not into. Obviously there's like some classic R&B bops that are great. Oh my goodness, there's this video. Oh my god. I don't know if I can, like, I haven't watched it in so long, but Loop Daddy, Mark, I have no idea how to say his last name, but Mark, I'm going to just say it's Ribbit, because that's kind of what it looks like, even though it's not what it is. But Loop Daddy, him and Lauryn Hill, they did a concert together, and there's a video of that. I love that video so much. Did I say Lauryn Hill? I meant Erykah Badu. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. But Mark, I'm just going to call him Loop Daddy. Loop Daddy and Erykah Badu. That video, it's called The Night I Met Erykah Badu. All caps. I highly recommend that you go watch that. You can leave now and watch it. I just want you to watch it. Oh my goodness. I love that video so much. That video is essential viewing. Like, I don't even know what to say. I just love that video so much. But anyways, yeah. Erykah Badu, she got some bops. Her Tiny Desk concert with NPR, also essential viewing. You gotta watch that. Oh, I really like Elton John, apparently. Apparently my dad likes Elton John too, which is really surprising, especially considering it's like my dad. But I was going through a CD collection like some years ago, and I found like several Elton John CDs. And I'm like, I didn't know he was into this, but I mean, I can't blame him because Elton John only makes bops apparently. Like, it was mostly after I watched the movie Rocket Man, which also essential viewing, but that had a lot of really good songs in it. Taron Egerton, apparently a really good singer. I didn't know that. I think he does he did theater before he did movies and stuff, but yeah. Elton John, I like that. Rocket Man, I know that's like kind of a basic answer to what's your favorite Elton John song, but I do like Rocket Man. I like it a lot. What else? I'm trying to think who's not like metalcore. I mean, this is, I guess, more gent, but I get into Meshuggah sometimes. You know, occasionally I will. Who else, man? I don't know. It'll come to me. Yeah, I don't know. As far as, like, regular pop goes, I don't know. I will say, whatever was playing on VH1 in, like, 2009, 2010, I was all over that. Oh my goodness. Some of the hottest tracks from the summer of 2009 are imprinted into my heart. Like, oh, the music video for Alejandro, oh my goodness. That changed who I was as a person. Like, I am a different person because I saw that music video when I was like 9 years old, you know? Like, in a good way. Like, that was a formative moment for me. Like, I knew what I wanted out of life after I saw the Alejandro music video. Like, that's how important it is to me. Like, oh my god. Like, ugh. You just can't beat that experience of being like, you know, old enough to enjoy something like that, but young enough to have it like imprint on you in such a way. Like, oh my goodness. Bulletproof by LaRue, dude. Such a bop. Such a bop. Oh my goodness. There's like a couple songs by, I think his name is Andy Grammer. Honestly, they're kind of like boring songs, but I really like them. Like Keep Your Head Up. I'm fairly certain that's the name of that song. Dwight from The Office was in the music video for that. There's that. Oh my goodness. What's the name of that Flo Rida song? I could sing every line from it, and I haven't heard it in so long. I don't know the name of it. The music's taking hold of me. The music got a hold of me. I think I'll sing that song. The music got a hold of me right now. You know that song? No. Why can't I find this? Oh my god. Okay, it's a Flo Rida song that goes like that. I have no idea what the name of it is, but I really like that song at that point in my life. Who's even talking about Flo Rida anymore? Like, that name itself is a relic from a past time, you know? Like, forgotten, you know? But there's that song. I don't know, I'll think of something. I have no idea why we got on Music Talk. Someone asked me my favorite genre. That was how it happened, and now we're just like on several tangents. But no, I like this. I like talking about music. What's a recent release that came out that's just like, you know, bopping? I mean, I already mentioned it, but Greyview. Well, I didn't mention Greyview, but I mentioned Invent Animate. But the album Greyview by Invent Animate, I didn't listen to it as much when it first came out in like March, but like months later I got super into the album, and like I listened to it at least once every day. Like, that's how essential it is to me, that album anyways. It's just a good album. I don't know what makes it so good though. Like, I can't tell you what makes it like a bopping album other than that. I just like it. I don't know. I'm just smooth brained like that, I guess. Afterburner by why am I forgetting these things? Bro, I need to get my head checked. Afterburner by Dance Gavin Dance. That came out this year too. Not my favorite by them. My favorite by them is Mothership by Dance Gavin Dance. That's definitely my favorite. But I don't know. Also, now that I'm looking at the time and the fact that I've been streaming for almost 2 hours, we're definitely not going to finish this on stream. But worry not, you will see the finished product whenever it is finished. Which will probably be like tomorrow, because it's 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, I always draw clean eyebrows, or at least I try, anyways. These are very good question topics, by the way. Also, let me read some of these. I like science as an AP, but I hate the class because it was all Asians, and I was the only Hispanic, so I switched. I took this photography class, like, what? That wasn't last semester. Was it last semester? It might have been. No, it was semester before last semester. So, like, last fall. And the majority of the class was, like, transfer students from Korea, which was interesting. I don't know how it like got to be like that. Like a photography class would be mostly transfer students from Korea, but it was. And there were only, I'd say, like 3 Americans in the class out of like, I don't know, more than 10 people in there. So like I get it. I had one science teacher who yelled at us for half the class. Whew. Boy. I mean, it's probably just because I went to a terrible school. But, you know, that's it's reminiscent of high school. You know. I don't know if I had a teacher that would, like, yell at us the entire class. Or, like, half the class. But we had some teachers that liked to yell. We had some yelling teachers. Oh, my God. Oh, there's this one math teacher who would constantly eat at her desk. A lot of the times her daughter would be there, and like her daughter had like graduated high school and was like in college and was just like there in class with us. She was tenured, by the way. I should point this out. So that means something. But she would sit at her desk and eat a lot of the time because it'd be like close to lunchtime during this class, and she would like, so the class was, what was this class? I can't remember, it doesn't matter, but just know that the class was half seniors and half half seniors and half sophomores. And she would constantly tell the seniors that they weren't gonna graduate. And she wouldn't really tell the sophomores anything because like they would just push us along to the next grade anyways. But for what I remember is that she would constantly tell the seniors that they wouldn't graduate because, I don't know, the class was disruptive. But she made very little effort to teach during this class. So I don't know, you know. And these tenure teachers, they got some gall, you know. Definitely got some gall. Funnily enough, even though that English is like my favorite subject, some of my worst teachers have been English teachers. Like, even though I hate math, my math teachers were either just fine or like unremarkable, or that one teacher. But my English teachers were the worst. Oh my god. My 8th grade English teacher had it out for me for some reason. Like, I don't know why. Me and her, we just didn't get along. And that was like the beginning of my rebellious phase. So we would get into it a lot in class. And it was just like, you know, it was just starting out yet. It was just starting out. So it wasn't like really intense yet. But yeah, she didn't like me. My, what grade was that? 10th grade English teacher who got fired like in the middle of the year for being terrible. And I probably had something to do with it. Me and a bunch of other students. He was terrible to a bunch of people. But he was the one that I mentioned in my Wattpad stream that told me I would never be a good writer. That guy, he sucked. So there's him, there was... Actually, I think that might have been it. Well, okay. I've had not great college professors. Well, okay, I don't know if this really qualifies as not great, but I had this one college literature professor who, let's see, I wrote this paper and I used the terms magnum opus and the term modus operandi, which is Latin, I guess. And I know what these terms mean, right? And this is a 400 level literature class. So keep this in your brains, right? I wrote an essay for a 400 level literature class with the terms magnum opus and modus operandi, and I used them correctly. I know I used them correctly. If I'm not sure if I'm using something correctly, especially in an academic paper, I look it up beforehand. Hello, this is last year. This wasn't the 40s. I have access to the resources to know if I'm using a term right. And so I used the term right in the paper, and so I went to see this professor to talk about this paper because that's what we were doing. And he said, you know, Aaron, I just don't think you know these terms. And I'm like, what do you mean? I use them correctly. And he's like, yeah, I just don't think that's something you would say in everyday speech. And I'm like, clearly, this is an academic paper. A lot of the things in here I wouldn't say in normal everyday speech. But, what was the point of that? This is a 400 level literature class. And you're telling me that even though I use them correctly, I can't use them in this paper for whatever reason. And that just rubbed me the wrong way for a while. That was the last literature class that I ever took. That's the last literature class I'll ever take in my life because I'm graduating. Yeah. Really weird going to college in these times, but it's a good thing that I'm done with it now because I don't know how much longer I'd be able to take it because, whew. Let me just say, I felt bad for those freshmen. I felt real bad for those freshmen. This year, dude, I mean, we're getting closer to things being normal, but, you know, with the whole vaccine, you know, in Britain, it's probably gonna take a while to get here, but still, we're getting there. But I just felt bad for the freshmen this semester. I don't know how they do it. Let's see. Then I was getting good grades and got a conductive, and oh, hold on, I missed something. My teacher was so bad. She would be screaming and kicking us out and calling us stupid. It sounds like my teacher. Let's see, he complained about us having bad grades when he wasn't teaching us because he was complaining. I was just sitting there hey, that's exactly what that math teacher would do when I was in the 10th grade. That math teacher, that's what she would do. Ugh. Frustrating. You should do a graduation vlog when I graduate. Well, I mean, I said this on the community tab some weeks ago. I have a series of post-college videos planned. Just off the top of my head, why did I go to a Christian school? What else? High school versus college, that one, and was film school worth it? Yeah. So here's the thing. I literally just got this email today, earlier today, hours ago. Apparently we're gonna be having a virtual commencement because, you know, COVID times. So literally my graduation will just be me watching a video. I have my cap and gown. My mom made me buy it because we gotta take pictures. So I'm not really concerned with that. But my graduation, there's not going to be much to vlog, I promise, so that's not happening. What am I doing after college? Well, considering that this current time is, I guess, technically after college, I guess. No. I've been looking for jobs. I've been applying for jobs. I've applied for 10 this week on the same day, but still 10 in this week. I've been applying for jobs before. I've been applying for jobs for 2 years now for a variety of things, but now that I actually have relevant job experience and all that, and I know what I want to do, I've been applying to the relevant jobs, which is video editing and I guess video production type things. I hope I get a job too. I hope so too. Sometimes I think, people telling me that they know that I'll do a good job after college and they know that I'll succeed. I sometimes think that's kind of empty and hollow because, you know, as things are going right now, I'm not doing so well. Just with the whole job search thing. I haven't gotten, like, really anyone to reply to me. Even with a rejection. They don't even give you the courtesy of a rejection anymore. Like, that's so lame. Like, at least tell me no instead of nothing. Like, that should be illegal. It feels like it should be illegal, but it's not. And it's annoying being ghosted by jobs, but whatever. I've applied to a whole lot of jobs, and I haven't heard back from many of them. So, yeah, I hope I get a job, too. I hope. Not to bring the room down or anything, but it's been a concern of mine, the whole finding employment thing, because I guess the way things feel in my hometown, it's like once you're here you can never leave. It's like a black hole. I live in a pretty small town. I wouldn't say it's really small. It's 17,000 residents, I think. I don't know for sure, because, like, who even knows what's going on with the census, but, my estimate is, like, 17,000 people, shrinking rapidly. The median household income, no. I don't know which is which. But I know the difference, but I can't remember which one was which. But the median household income, I think, was 26,000, and the average household income was like 15,000. So I live in a really small, really poor town with, like, there's nothing in my industry here, like, at all. There's no, like, established video production or film production, anything in this town. Like, this is a guarantee. I know this. I don't even have to search to know this. Like, there is stuff in the state of Alabama, but Alabama is not a film hub, like, at all. Georgia, yes. And Georgia is the plan, like, for my future. But it just seems kind of far off at the moment, I guess. So, like, I have the option of Georgia. Mississippi's film, like, industry is bigger than I thought it was. Like, especially after, because, I went to school in Mississippi, went to film school in Mississippi, so, like, about the things going around there, but there's, like, stuff going on there. Like, I had no idea. Things do get filmed in Alabama, but it's kind of rare. Like, once you hear, it's like, oh, that's a fun thing. It's like, stuff gets filmed in New York, stuff gets filmed in Georgia, stuff gets filmed in LA, and you kind of expect it, but in Alabama, it's, like, a fun fact. Like, the Netflix movie, The Devil All the Time, that was filmed in Alabama, and I didn't know that. That was really cool. And I think it's really cool that, it's not happening a whole lot, but, places, like, production companies are bringing their productions to Alabama. Just very slowly. Like, I know I should go to Georgia, but there's a whole thing of not having a job and not having income, and therefore not being able to pay rent if I do go to Georgia. It's in this thing that I've been going back and forth with my parents about. It's like, I would have a much easier time finding a job if I moved to Atlanta, which is, like, the goal, but they don't want me to do that for whatever reason. And I've been just considering, like, taking a job as a receptionist or something just so I can move out there and, like, get to where I want to, ouch, that hurt, get to where I want to be so that I can actually kind of start. But I really don't know how something like that would even work out, so, it's kind of uncertain. But I have been looking at, like, places in Birmingham and Mobile, because Birmingham isn't that far from me. Like, I could live there, no problem. And Mobile is a little bit farther, but still feasible for me to live, It's just, like, I don't want to make the huge jump of going to somewhere like New York, because New York is the ultimate goal for me. Like, that's where I want to be. But comparing the cost of living from my hometown in New York, it's a big gap. So it'd be a really, really big adjustment for me. And I don't think, like, I want to, but I don't know how feasible that would be, like, directly out of college, you know? Like, especially considering I have no job offers there. I've applied to jobs there, but none of them have replied to me. So, you know, yeah. That was kind of a downer. I don't want to be a downer. We were having so much fun. But yeah, that's the status of things now with college and me and jobs and all of that. Yeah. I do kind of get, like, sad and upset and worried when I talk about it, and I guess it's just gonna have to be, like, a conversation that I have with my parents. To be like, hey, you guys gotta let me move out if I have a job or not, because it's gonna be easier for me to find one if I'm there. Because I think being where I am is immensely stifling me, like, career opportunity-wise. It's like, if I wanted to work at a bank, I don't know, just a weird example, but if I wanted to work at a bank as, like, a bank teller, or, I don't know, some basic job, and I'm not trying to deride bank tellers or anything, but, you know, something like that, something not specific to a area or region, I could easily do that. But, you know, my parents are not making me, like, get a job here because I think they know how counterproductive that would be for me. So yeah. I haven't quite been able to convince them to let me move to Georgia, probably because of all the stuff that's going on currently. That might be part of it, but, you know, they just don't want me to move somewhere and not have a job. And listen, it makes sense, because, like, if I move somewhere and I don't have a job, like, how am I going to pay for my existence in that place? It feels like my parents have made themselves quite clear that they don't want to pay for my rent in a different state if I don't have a job. And I mean, that's fine. They didn't do that for my brother, but my brother, he has a sensible career as a whatever he does. So, you know, it was easier for him to find a job because it's like, it's not that specific to an area. Because if you think about it, like, you can do indie film anywhere, but what I'm trying to do is, like, work at an already established studio. I don't want to start my own business. That sounds like a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I don't want to do that. And I know, you know, the whole thing of these days is like, ooh, be your own boss. Not like a pyramid scheme, but, like, people are really pushing for people to, like, run their own businesses, and everybody isn't cut out for that. It's not worth it for everybody, right? And I know it's not worth it for me. So, like, I don't want to do that. So, and I guess another route that I could take is, like, I mean, teaching. Listen, my mom was a teacher for a while. My grandma was a teacher. Her mom was a teacher. So, like, you know, it would have made sense for, like, me to be a teacher, but number one, I don't like kids, so that's out of the question. But knowing what my middle and high school teachers went through and knowing how much they make, especially here in the state of Alabama, oh my god, 49th in education. I'm fairly certain it's 49. I know Mississippi's 50. Don't want to go over there, but I think it's like 49th or something. But being a teacher in the state of Alabama is so not worth it. So not worth it. Like, number one, I think liking kids is kind of a requirement for, or at least tolerating them. Well, I know some of my teachers just straight up didn't like kids for whatever reason. They were still teachers, but anyways, I feel like liking kids would kind of be a requirement for being a teacher, and that's just like, ugh. I don't want to. I really don't. That's like the last thing that I want to do is be a teacher. Anyway. What about a big corporation like BuzzFeed? You know, now that you mentioned BuzzFeed, I don't know if this is today or yesterday, but I saw a video of like 2 more people saying, you know, why I left BuzzFeed. And it's like, I never watched a why I left BuzzFeed type YouTube video, but there's got to be something going on at that company to have people leaving and to have people wanting to tell why they leave. So, they have good health insurance, but burnout and time devotion is awful. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Like, I don't plan on getting married for a while. Like, I don't have a boyfriend or whatever, and I don't plan on having children ever, because, again, don't like them. But I feel like also some companies take advantage of people who don't have quote-unquote families, to just pile more work on them because they assume they have the time. Like, I've read about that, and I don't want to be part of that, which I feel like whatever company I work for is just like, it's probably going to be like that anyways, but that kind of sucks. There's a lot of aspects of work culture that I really don't like at all. I will say, though, for, like, my field, I do really like being on film sets. Like, even just in school, that was some of my, like, favorite times, is, like, filming things. Except for the last time, as I said in my video about the time I tried to make a short film this semester. That terrible experience. I don't recommend it, but even doing the golf tournament that I did, when was that? September, October? I'll say it's October. First week of October, I did a golf tournament in Jackson, Mississippi. I was a camera assistant, so I carried around basically I just carried around a tripod and I drove a golf cart. But even that kind of stuff, I really like doing that. You know, that was so much fun. Let's see, I watched the video and one of them said that their mental health was so bad they got sick and had a deep depression. Jeez. Wow. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Work culture these days, it needs some improvement. I'll say that much. But you know, I've tried out the whole freelancer thing. I tried to do Upwork this summer. Upwork is a cesspool, and I don't want anything to do with it anymore. So, nah. That's probably not going to be happening anymore. I mean, I guess I could try. I could like grind or whatever it is. And let's see, that said, you also don't get any promotions and the people above you don't care about you. Yeah. Well, if you know all this about BuzzFeed, why did you recommend that to me? That sounds horrible. Goodness. Well, I guess you were saying just a big corporation like BuzzFeed. And okay, since we're talking about big corporations, I've applied to Warner. Actually, that's kind of it. Recently, I've applied to Warner, but I've looked at, like, NBC, Universal. I thought about working at, like, CNN, like, that whole thing, because that's based in Atlanta, and that would be pretty easy for me to, like, do. Like, and I'm not even really interested in, like, journalism or anything like that. But, like, I don't know what you call it. I'm going to call them switchboard operators, but I know that's not really what it's called. But, you know, the people behind the scenes who make the graphics do the things on CNN, like, that would be my desired position. That's like, my field, I guess. Like, live graphics type thing. That would be what that is. But yeah, I've applied to Warner Media. So, you know, like, I have who does Warner own? They own a lot of things, but, you know, them, CBS, NBC, Universal, like I said. So yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but, well, it seems like it's out of the realm of possibility because none of them have replied to my applications. So, I don't know. I've heard Warner is really good. Probably. What else? I mean, whatever job I get now is probably gonna be like, you know, intern, production assistant, which I have no problem doing, like, PA stuff. I do like it, like being a PA, doing PA things. Cause I didn't shoot it, but I worked on a feature as a PA back in January, and that was so much fun. Oh, I love that so much. And the film that I worked on, it actually won some awards at like some small festivals. So that was really cool. Her eye, like this one, is too like wide. I gotta change that. That's bothering me. Yeah, I think I would much rather be on a film set, but like my skill, I don't know what I'd call it, skill sector. My specialization is post-production, and post-production people usually aren't on set. So, you know, I don't want to be a director. I don't want to be like a DP, a director of photography. I don't want to be a producer or like a first AD, first assistant director, or a unit production manager, or I don't know. Those kinds of people, like that's not really something that interests me. And those are the kind of people that would usually be on set, like most of the time. So, you know, those are kind of out for me. Man, I've been chipping away at this for a while. I'm gonna add her hair, and I think I'm gonna be done with this for today. I wanna give her like, maybe I should give her, I don't know what hairstyle I should give her. Something short or long? I'm feeling short. Short is kind of a serve with like a nice dress. You know, short hair. But I don't know. I think a bob. I think a nice cute bob would do. Curly short hair. Ooh. That might be a serve. I don't know if I want to make it too curly. I've never drawn like super curly hair. It's mostly been just like kind of wavy. I don't know. My hair expertise does not go that far. But something like this, maybe like this pattern. Yeah. I think a cute curly bob is gonna be where it's at for this. Like, ooh. Also, this is too small. Why did I do that? I'll do 9. We'll just start off with something like this. This is very wavy. And like continue it. I'll do it like around the ear. Like that. That's cute. Something like that. Oh, this is definitely Skyrim music, I can tell. I haven't played Skyrim in so long. Goodness. I should. I said this earlier, but I've reinstalled The Sims 2, and I finally got it working, and I kind of forgot how much I liked that game, you know? It did dominate my life for like a good 2-3 years. It was like all I did. I had a what I would describe as a moderately successful Simbler, but I don't know. I peaked at like 300 followers, which I think for a niche Tumblr account, that's pretty good. I don't like how I did this all of a sudden. But yeah. Well, hold on. Let me move this over because her part is weird. That's better, I think. But yeah, I reinstalled Sims 2. I got all of my default replacements. I got my mods working. And I've been playing Pleasant View. My plan is to play that on rotation and like have screenshots and stuff for my Simbler that I have. That's been keeping me occupied. I mostly restarted the Simbler because, okay, hold on, I need to redo this. This looks wacky. it was just going all over the place. But I mostly restarted my Simbler as something to just like keep me occupied during summer quarantine. Now that's looking like, you know, I'm gonna be here for the long haul. I decided I'd, you know, give the whole Sims 2 bag another go. And I think that's gonna be fun. I love The Sims 2 so much. I know I said that whole thing about about fan fiction writers earlier in the stream, but I was a Sims 2 fan fiction writer. I wasn't really all that popular. I only had one fiction that I wrote. But oh my goodness. I think, this is like the exception for like fan fictions, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's because I was young and I had like zero quality filter, but I felt like all of the popular fictions, the Sims 2 fan fictions of the time were like really good. Like, whew. Like quality. Like Fortune and Romance. Oh my goodness. I wish Skellington would resume that one, because I love that with all of my heart. I love that fanfiction with all of my heart, dude. And then there's Strange Town Here We Come, which may or may not still be a thing. I haven't like checked up on it in a while, but Fortune and Romance is really what held my heart for that time. And it's defunct now. The writer is still active in the community, but they just don't work on the fanfiction anymore, which is sad because it was really good. Like, I really liked it. Like, I guess headcanons eventually became my headcanons, so that really, structured how I saw some things, like everyone's relationships with each other, how, I don't know. I will confess, I kind of jacked some of Skellington's ideas for my Sims 2 fanfiction, but it was just like, it was minor stuff, and I was also like 14 years old, so cut me some slack, perhaps. But yeah, it just meant that much to me, I guess. I don't want to have that there. I'll have this here. This makes more sense to have it here, I think, to have like a little flyaway, a little short wavy bob. I think, I don't know how much of this palette I'm going to end up using, but yeah, I am fond of a blonde bob, with like black roots. Is this like considered like tacky to like have your roots be your natural color and just like have, I guess it looks like you haven't gotten your hair touched up, but I always thought that was a serve, like to have dark roots and like blonde hair. Oh, so good. I would have done my hair like that, but I didn't, for whatever reason. I did used to have my hair dyed. Like, you can kind of still see it, like here, like the residual brown, but it used to be a lot more noticeable. But like when I was in high school, I had my hair dyed like half brown, half, my natural hair color, which is black, like kind of an ombre type deal. It was really cute, but it was a lot of maintenance, and I was like, I was lazy, basically. I didn't want to keep up with like trying to keep it healthy, so I just let it grow out when I went to college. I can't believe I can say that now, when I went to college. Like, that's the shortest 4 years of my life, dude. And honestly, okay, here's the tea. It wasn't even 4 years, right? I'm technically graduating early, because I used to be a creative writing major, and that's at my school, it's a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and fine arts degrees have higher credit requirements for whatever reason. So once I was like halfway through that, I already had like too many credits from taking a bunch of electives, and the credit requirement for film was like way less, so I ended up graduating a semester early. Well, here's this needs to be resized a little bit. Well, here's the lines for this. That's where we got to tonight. I like it. Let's say I used to have blonde tips when I fitted it now. Now I look like the older version of Dora. I'm sorry, that's so funny. Yeah. I go back and forth between either wanting to cut all my hair off or like wanting to dye it like red. I don't even know why. Like, it even know if red would like suit me, but I don't know. I just want to do something drastic to my head. I did want to have like a, you know, the whole natural ting. Let's see. Well, I went through like 2 different phases, like once in high school and once in college, but then I realized that it was too much work, so I'm lazy. I mean, at this point, I could just shave my head and it would be less work. Gosh. Yeah, this is where we got to tonight. I don't think I'm gonna color it, but I will say, normally, just doing the lines like this does not take me 2 hours. It takes 1, maybe 1. But we went on a series of tangents tonight. Just a lot of really good talking points and topics. Yeah, this is really fun. Oh my goodness, I should do this more. I think I don't want to speak it out loud, because if I say it out loud, I feel like it's gonna fall apart. But I think I want to stream once a week. So today's Wednesday, right? So, I think, so like, if I do adhere to the once a week thing, then my next stream will be next Wednesday, and I guess by next Wednesday, I will have figured out what I want to do by then. So, I'll finish this, like, maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow, if I'm not too busy playing The Sims, which honestly, I think, even though it's like 8:50 and I'm a little bit tired, I think I might just keep playing The Sims. I just like The Sims 2 so much. Like, oh my goodness. It's just my favorite game, like, ever. Like, you can write this down. Like, quote me on this. The Sims 2 it's just Aaron's favorite video game, ever. For the PC. The PS2 is fine when I was a kid. Replaying it now as an adult, it's kind of crusty. DS version is lit. The PSP version is okay too, I guess. What other versions are there? You know what? No, that was 3, maybe? I don't know if it was 2 or 3, but I think it was either Sims 2 Bon Voyage, that expansion, or Sims 3 World Adventures. There's like a phone game for that, and I had that on like one of my like old, like, it wasn't a flip phone, but it was like a slide up phone, and I had that game on my phone. It sucked, by the way, if you were wondering. It wasn't fun at all, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. Well, tonight, I guess. First of all, I'll drink some water because my throat is dry. I am not built to talk for 2 hours straight. Like, my voice is already going out. But yeah, I have some fun videos planned. I guess I'll give you guys a look into things. Let me see where it is. Where's that sticky note at? I added some things to it. Let me see. Because I know y'all like getting an inside look on it, on things. I'm just trying to make sure it's cropped enough. Well, I think that's enough. Come on, go that way. No, escape. Okay. Transition. There we go. This is my list of video ideas. It hasn't really changed, but I have added some stuff. Let's see. So I made a community post not that long ago saying that, oh man, it sure is lame nobody's created a Sims iceberg image, because that would be really fun. It would be really fun. No one's made it yet, so I just thought I would do a video discussing Sims 2 fan theories. Specifically 2, because I don't know about any other fan theories for any other games, because I wasn't really too into them. Oh yeah, the video about me dropping out of college. I haven't dropped out of college now. Like, I'm gonna graduate, okay? Actually, my commencement, oh, I got the email today. I didn't even, like, say the whole thing that I wanted to say, but we're having a virtual commencement, and it's going to be this Saturday, so it'll be official on Saturday that I will have graduated, but I did this whole early college dual enrollment type thing when I was in high school. It was sucked. Oh my god, it's late. It sucked, and I dropped out of it. Technically, since it was actual college courses and they transferred over to like my legit college transcript, technically I did drop out of college once. I guess I'm a failure or whatever. Oh, I wanted to make a video comparing and contrasting Town of Salem and Among Us, because I think they're similar games, but I like Town of Salem better. I'm not gonna lie. I like Among Us, but I like Town of Salem a whole lot more. Just saying. That's kind of it. Those are the new additions to this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed just talking complete garbage, you know. Oh man, just going off on random things, you know, throwing a little shade here and there. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you check out my latest videos that I have put out. You can find them on this very YouTube channel. Let's see what else. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm on Fiverr now. Oh my goodness, there's a community tab post about me being on Fiverr. I'm doing voice work now, so if you want to book me for voice work, from 250 to 3,000 words, that's the range. Starts at $5. You can find that link on my community tab, if you scroll down just a little bit. Let's see what else. That's it, really. Yeah, I really don't know how to end streams or videos for that matter. I'm gonna go play The Sims some more because I just can't get enough of it. Anyways, goodbye everyone. Thank you for joining.